Hi, this is John with Flat 6 Motorsports, and today we're going to show you how to install the Flat 6 Motorsports high flow air intake system for the 95B.1 Macan. Let's get into it. And just quickly before we get into the install procedure, we'll show you what's in the box. The intake kit comes with 2 high flow filters. We also sell these separately if you just want to do the filters, and our high flow ducts. And these bolt on, we use the best of what Porsche created on the OEM side with the air box and the ram air effect through the front of the car, and you just replace some components. It's a very simple install, so let's get into it. So the only tool you're going to need is a T25 Torx bit. Now you can use a ratchet. We're using an electric handheld here just for efficiency. You're going to remove 4 screws on each airbox, and this is all you need to do. The first step I usually take is just removing this gasket. So I just pull this up and out of the way. We're going to reuse this, so definitely keep that. Put it to the side. And then there's 4 screws holding the duct, and we're just going to loosen those up. And then simply just pull the duct off, the factory duct. Now you will need to reuse these screws, and so you're gonna have to back them out, and you just kind of put a little backwards pressure on them and loosen them, and they'll thread right out. And then we're gonna reuse these on the Flat 6 provided duct. One note of caution with these are easy to drop. We often get calls from customers saying they dropped one. I'd recommend doing this on a table or over a workbench, just so you don't lose these. And the next step here on the passenger side is just to pull this panel up. We put that to the side, and then we just lift the air filter out. So we take the factory air filter out, and then we grab the Flat 6 high flow air filter. You'll see the inlet is here. That needs to go to the bottom on the V6 models. So you just put that in. You want to make sure that that inlet is on the inside, and then there's a locator tab on the back side of the filter. So now that's all in place. All we need to do is grab this panel, line up on the slots, and just make sure everything's aligned. You might need to use a little force to force this down. The design is so that it pushes that inlet inwards when the door goes down. So don't be afraid, but just make sure that the locator tab is correct and the inlet is inside of that black circle, and then just push down. Okay, now with the high flow duct, we've already pre-threaded the screws in to make it easier across the workbench, and then this just slides right in place. And then all we have to do is simply torque these down. And with those firmly secure, we just reinstall this gasket, and this just pushes in. Just put a little bit of force to it and make sure that's seated properly. And now we can move to the driver's side. Now on the driver's side, it's the exact same process with one small exception. There's this bleeder valve for the coolant system. You can just pull this up and out of the way. And there you have it. It's a very straightforward install. Now you can start the car up, enjoy the dyno-proven gains and enhance induction noise. This install should take about 5 to 10 minutes at any skill level, but if you need any help, feel free to reach us at info@flat6motorsports.com. Happy to help. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.